got a beautiful clove of garlic. Don't buy it peeled if you can help it. Try to get it fresh like this because it is best. And you don't need to go out and get a fancy garlic press, or I've seen people buy all sorts of contraptions to try to get their garlic open. Just use the back of a knife and push it down like that, and then you can open up the cloves and they just fall right out of the clove. So all of a sudden you have a beautiful clove of garlic all ready. You don't need to buy any of those other tools. And we're going to mince this up real good. So don't forget, the more you mince, the better the flavor. I always say if you get a real big bitter piece of garlic, it's not very good. And also you don't want to burn it when it's on the heat, so make sure your heat's on a medium low when you put garlic at this, when it's minced this small. So there's a little bit of olive oil here, some garlic. We're going to go ahead and get some good flavor on that. And you can immediately smell this in about 2 seconds. Bring your spices directly in the pan to toast them to really get good essence. So this is cumin. This is chipotle powder. You should really discover spices because what they also do is they have medicinal properties that can actually help you with, it can be anything from headaches to alleviating stress to maybe just wanting to get, you know, a different flavor to your palate there. Try new things. Toast up your spices. That was chili flakes, cumin, and these you typically find in packets like with your pizza. But I love using chili flakes in a lot of my recipes because they have a lot of heat and they're really inexpensive too. I'll show you guys what the pan looks like, and I'm sure you can all smell this as well. Can you smell it? Okay, great. So we're toasting our spices, we're getting our garlic in there. You can use garlic powder too if you get lazy or have no time. And then also I've got some peeled and deveined shrimp. Really easy if you want to get shrimp at the store. What you can do is just let it thaw out, take the tails off, the brown bits at the bottom of the pan, those are the good bits. So you never want to actually get, you know, a lot of people cook, they take stuff out of the pan and then they leave the brown bits, but that's the best part. So what we want to do is what we call deglazing a pan, and we're going to do that with tequila. So we're going to add some depth and a little bit of fun. I would take the shot right now, but I'm on the clock. So what I'm going to do is take the pan off the heat, add your tequila. Are you ready? Oh my God. So we'll get really good flavor on there, burning off the alcohol basically. So the more you shake it, the more alcohol really gets like almost like agitated. But that's only to be done by professionals, so please only put 1 or 2 tablespoons in. I can't imagine some of my friends trying this at home. So it's still cooking off there, you can see. We did like a heavy load of tequila, sorry. So let that finish up just for a sec. Shrimp should never be overcooked, just cook it until it's opaque or pink so that it's firm. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to prep our salad. So we have a bed of greens there. I'll have to turn that pan off in a sec. What I'll do is I'll prep the rest of our salad. Roasted red peppers. You guys find them in the can at Trader Joe's or maybe Whole Foods. You can also roast them up on your own over an open flame. The skin gets really soft almost. It turns into like leather. So you open it up, you take the seeds out, and then you can cut it into fine strips. Now you can do long strips, you can do thin ones. I'm just going to do some nice long ones here. Maybe cut it to the sides to get some shorter ones. And they really add beautiful color, flavor, texture, and you're also getting vitamins A, C, and E. So those are some really great strips to add on top there. And add some lime. This is going to go into our dressing. We're just getting prepped up here. We have black beans too that are going to go into our salad. We're going to start our dressing then. Here again is another fat-free dressing, and these weren't fat-free on purpose. They just came out when I wrote my book. I tested everything myself, actually in my parents' kitchen, so that I could have my 2 worst critics. My mom definitely told me when things did not work. This is a little lime for the acidity, so hot sauce, lime, and then of course we need salt in here. And then the last thing that we're going to add that you guys are going to love is tequila. So if you need a little bit of flavor sometimes and you're not quite sure what it is, sometimes if you add white wine or red wine to your cooking, it can really add another like a layer of flavor, I guess you could say. And then all of a sudden you've got a beautiful new dressing. So this can be as thin or as thick as you like according to what you're having. You know, if you have a party over that loves ranch, to make it a little bit more thick. If you've got, you know, a husband who likes it lighter, make it a little bit more thin. It's a little bit of chipotle powder to give it some color. And then you have another homemade dressing. So no, please don't buy dressing anymore, you guys. Now, frijoles negros or black beans go straight in. And they're from the can, you drain them. They're really delicious. Toss them straight into your salad. This is going to be a great salad. Twist it. And then you have a beautiful color right here. Then to get the seed out, you can just hit it with the knife and take it right on out. Take that right off. Okay. And then I learned this from Garmager when I was cooking on the line, was to just peel it back. Get all the skin off. You can do this with a mango too, if you like. Sometimes it comes out messy, sometimes it'll be clean. But you take it, you just lay it on your cutting board. And I apologize if you can't see this part. This is the good part. But really, the avocado is going to stay put, so you don't have to worry about where it's going. But you can take a knife and just run it through. And you'll get really clean slices. You do this with a mango also. Really clean and really thick. So put that on top because we'll make guacamole otherwise. And then really low calorie, full of flavor. Snap that. You're glad to go. You're passion. Thank you guys. All right. Homemade dressings are my favorite thing to promote as well, because bottled dressings, we know, has a lot of preservatives, additives, sugar, and excess calories that we don't really want. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 2-second dressing. Now we can make it fat-free too, because I know a lot of people want to save on calories as well as time. So we add honey, and I love that we just took it right out of the honey bear. Then we're going to add balsamic vinegar, which we all love for its sweetness and its acidity. And then we're going to add some Dijon mustard. So the Dijon mustard is like our binding agent, and I feel like we should always have these staples on hand. Now we can add some sea salt, obviously. And last thing we're going to do is whip this up. If you want a little bit of fat content, you can go ahead and add the olive oil. But go ahead and whisk that up together, and all of a sudden you have vinaigrette. So next thing we're going to do like that. Well, this can actually go into our glad to go cup. Now here's the fun part with the dressing. So now you know you've got this little baby. I saw your face over there. You haven't seen this yet. It's so amazing. We're going to pour the dressing straight into our little container. So that's our homemade dressings. We're saving on calories, time, money, and we're taking a healthy gourmet salad to work. So it fits right on there, and then we're just going to push it on in. And you have lunch number 1. It's done. Fabulous.